Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, February 13, 2021. My name is Karen Bodenschatz, and I serve as Associate Pastor at First Lutheran Church in Onalaska, Wisconsin, and this is my morning musing. So tomorrow is Transfiguration. Did you expect me to say Valentine's Day? Yeah, because it's that too. And I find the convergence of these two church days, because Valentine's Day is first and foremost a saint day in the church. I find the convergence of these two days to be very interesting. Because I'm all about love, right? I mean, that's just, y'all know that about me. I talk about it a lot. It's at the core of who I am. And to be transfigured and changed and is also what has been my journey for the last 20 years, right? To continue to grow and change and understand myself and the world in more deeper ways so that I can love people better and love myself better. So my brain has been doing all sorts of really funny things about Transfiguration and Valentine's Day happening on the same day. But to remind you, before I get too far into that, the story of Transfiguration is the story of Jesus on the mountain with a couple of his mates. And then while they're up there, they go up there to pray. While they're up there, Jesus glows. It's pretty fantastical. Like his clothes are as bright as lightning. And so there's just this glowing Jesus. And then Elijah and Moses show up. And the three disciples that are with him, this totally weirds them out. They don't know what to do. They want to stay and build tabernacles or booths or altars. That's the way you kind of mark a holy spot. They want to tell their friends, but they can't. Elijah and Moses are there. I don't know what I would do if Elijah and Moses showed up in my living room right now. I'd be a little freaked out. And Jesus' appearance changes. And then after he talks to Moses and Elijah, it changes back. And then they go back down to the mountain or down the mountain to join everybody else. So I've been thinking a lot about change and how I've changed, how the church has changed during the course of this pandemic, which next month will mark a year that we've really been impacted here in Wisconsin with the pandemic. And I attended an online conference yesterday for faith leaders to begin to think about and reflect on how church has changed during the pandemic and what church is going to be after the pandemic. It was fascinating, and I look forward to going back and watching some other parts, because what I've learned is online virtual conferences are not my jam. I don't think they're anybody's jam, but it's really hard to focus. And so I look forward to going back and thinking about that. So lots of thinkings about the church and about myself and the ways we've changed, colliding with Transfiguration Sunday, and then Valentine's Day comes in. And so the question that I've been pondering this morning as I hit my snooze for the third time was, how have I, or the church, and by the church, I don't mean just First Lutheran, but I mean the church as a whole, how have we risen or not to meet the challenge not only of the pandemic, but then also here in this country of the civil unrest as more and more Black and brown people are being killed, and how do we also meet the political climate, which has all contributed to an increase of the already increased anxiety in our society. So how have we or have we not met that challenge or those challenges? And in what ways has the way that we love ourselves and our neighbor changed? Those are the questions that I've been pondering this morning and this week. I don't have a lot of answers, except to say that even if the answer is we have not met the challenges as well as we perhaps could have, which I actually think we've done a pretty good job, we are still Jesus's. I mean, the story of Transfiguration reminds us that Jesus is so much more than the human being he presented when he was on earth. That Jesus is in fact God, and that through his death and resurrection, we are saved. And we are assured that no matter what, no matter how we rise or don't to an occasion, we are still loved by God, that God's grace and forgiveness are still ours. So it's kind of fun coming from that point to then do these intellectual exercises and to begin to imagine, this is the best part, begin to imagine who and what we want to be post-pandemic. Because we've learned a lot about ourselves this last year, have we not, friends? So that's the conversation that I've been having with not only myself, but with Pastor Stanton and with our leaders. Who and what do we want to be post-pandemic? And I'm really interested to hear what Pastor Stanton will say on Sunday, tomorrow, about Transfiguration. And hopefully that'll help, maybe that'll help guide us. I don't know which way he's taking, so we'll see. So tomorrow we do worship at 8 and 10:30. Remember, there is no parking lot worship because it is still bitterly, bitterly cold here. We are still under the power of a polar vortex. A wind chill advisory on my phone is pretty normal right now. But we'll have live stream worship and then annual meeting at 9:30, Ash Wednesday on Wednesday coming up. And so I will post a video with more details about those particular things a little bit later today. Be well, friends. Be kind. Christ is with you.